My name is Luka Krizanac. I am 28 years old, and I'm Swiss, born and raised. Essentially, it's not a complicated story. I was sick for over a week as a 12-year-old. I didn't get antibiotics when I should have gotten them. I ended up having a lot of pain and eventually ended up in the hospital where they still didn't conduct the necessary tests. So a simple infection turned into a severe sepsis with multi-organ failure. And the result is, to be able to survive, the doctors had to take the choice of removing the arms and the legs. It was more than overwhelming. There was so much change and so much trauma that I couldn't even realize what had happened. I was like a deer in the headlights, but the crash had already happened. I think that people don't realize how much they rely on their hands. It's existential. We do need hands to do a lot of things. We do need hands to survive, actually, if we don't have a lot of help around us. The world is tailored to people who have hands, who function normally, and you have to adapt. And with prosthetic hands, you can only do that to an extent. I graduated, I work, but I've never bought myself a cup of coffee, a loaf of bread. This can create a very depressing situation. Because if you daydream every day, you are not able to live your daily life. And the idea of a hand transplant specifically as a solution came actually from my mom. She said there must be some way to help my son be whole again in that regard.
Independence, for all of us, is a pretty profound concept. The hands do 1,000 things every day. They demonstrate emotion, human touch.
Independence is not just tied to being self-sufficient in a physical way, but also how we feel as people.
He was unable to have a transplant in Switzerland, but he came to Penn Medicine, where our job is to impact the world. The analysis and the evaluation of patients that are going to potentially undergo hand transplantation is extremely rigorous. It's over a 2 or 3 day period. Then the team convenes and say, okay, this is a good candidate or not a good candidate. He was the perfect candidate. And then we match his physical and immunologic characteristics with what's available in the donor pool.
There is a big difference in waiting on something and doing something with a purpose. I've waited for years without a clear date when it will happen. Now I'm working towards a goal with an end.
The surgical team rehearse the operation multiple times, and we practice each step of the operation over and over and over again, so that when the day comes when we have a donor and we bring the arms back to Penn Medicine, our team executes as perfectly as possible. When we finally get to a transplant, it's like an infusion of new energy. 3 surgeons on the donor, 3 surgeons on the recipient. So that's 12 surgeons operating simultaneously, plus our nurses, plus our anesthesiologists, plus our fellows and residents, probably 20 surgical individuals in the course of 11 hours. He was the first patient in 4 years in America that received a bilateral hand transplant. Bilateral means there's left and right. So we do the operation on the patient twice, 2 different teams to prepare the arms that are transplanted, and 2 teams that prepare the recipient, Luka, And we have to hook them up fairly quickly or else the muscles die and the operation won't work. It's now 10 to 12. We started at
1:37 a.m.
1:37 a.m.
Yeah.
We're both exhausted, but enlightened by what I think we've accomplished.
It is never routine,
Right.
but with enough people and teamwork, got through it.
T on your hats for team, right?
That's right.
Couldn't have done it without your partner.
Imagine being stuck in your life in something that you cannot change, and then waking up and your biggest problem is gone. Disappeared. One of the nurses saw me a couple of days after that and told me that she came to my bed. And I said, oh, look at how beautiful the hands are. And this nurse, she's here for 15 years, but she said it touched her so much that she had to go out and cry.
Luka has a way to go, but the mere fact is when he scratches his cheek, it's with his own fingertip. To us, it's hard to describe.
From the beginning, they felt like my hands.
Mega cool, Luka.
You are not born with these hands. This is a gift that you are given. At the same time, once I was given this gift, it was my body keeping them alive.
Super, Luka. Wow.
The homework assignment, as your nerves are regenerating, I want you to be having your brain send signals to the new arms. And as the nerves regenerate into the muscles, those signals will start to activate your hands. And we saw that incredibly fast in Luka. At 8 or 9 weeks, he was already starting to move his muscles, which is unprecedented in hand transplant.
You know, I had so many messages from friends and loved ones.
Could you respond?
Yeah. It felt like getting back, a piece of yourself, because when people text you, they love to hear from you and not heard from someone else who is typing them.
So we could say that function is already different?
It is.
Are you planning on staying in touch?
Yeah, like every damn day. His story and his determination, he gives us strength and courage for us to carry on.
Flexion against gravity. Good.
This is something I'm looking forward to this week, to see, the team here as well in person and show them, look how much you changed in a person's life.
I don't have enough adjectives for Luka. His poise, courage, humility, intelligence, determination, kindness, it just energized our whole team. I always include everyone on the team to see and interface with our patients after the fact, because that's their reward.
The reason why I lost my hands and legs came from not being treated correctly. You gave me something that will improve my life beyond words. This just changes your whole perspective on the medical field and what it means to be a patient.
That's the end goal, to change someone's world.